Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wake Up Report. More proof that the bitching out of black men, in America at least, is in full effect, apparently. But let me say before I continue, I just did the story of a woman who apparently had more balls than her boyfriend. She overpowers him in a van and pours and holds it. She's able to physically hold him down to the point where she can pour bleach on him and kill him because he drinks some of the bleach. And then this story comes out right behind it. I always say, if in your heart you know something to be true and you ask God to show me the proof that I know I'm on the right track, God will show you the proof. Right after I do that story, this story pops up. Okay, anyway, you have a group of black men on Twitter who are upset because their girlfriends or their wives take their hoodies, wear their hoodies, or steal their hoodies, as they put it. So in retaliation, to teach their women a lesson, I'm going to teach you not to steal my hoodie. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal your head wrap, and I'm going to wear it, and I'm going to display that publicly for the world to see. Now, a lot of times, you all think that maybe sometimes KTM makes up stories or I say things to try to purposely agitate you or to get a rise out of you or to say things that are so outrageous that they positively can't be true. You only need to take a look at this. When I tell you that the bitching out of black men in this country is in full effect, I am not kidding. Black men are bitching themselves out. There are just some things that as a man you don't do, that you don't put out for the world to see. There's a difference. Apparently, these men don't know that. When women wear men's clothes, they look cute in men's clothes. They look cute in men's hoodies. They look cute in men's t-shirts and button-up shirts, and they look good wearing hard hats and all kinds of things. I remember one day I saw a construction woman. She's out there working, just sweaty and dirty, and boy, does she look sexy with her hard hat on and her rolled up short sleeve shirt. Women are sexy. Women can wear a burlap sack and will be sexy in that burlap sack because they are women. And that's how women are built. That is the aura, the magnetism, the lure of the female. They're just god-awful sexy things. Men, on the other hand, wearing women's clothing is not sexy. It is stupid. It is effeminate. It is absolutely disgusting, and it makes you look like a weak, punked out, tricked out little bitch. And that's exactly what these men look like. As a matter of fact, I'll go so far as to say they apparently know how to wrap their heads a lot better than most of the women who wear the same female head wraps. And when a heterosexual man can rock women's clothing better than a female can, there's something wrong with that. I mean, you look at these pictures and now I don't know if this was done as a joke, as the men were just saying as a joke. We're going to put on head wraps and we're going to put it on Twitter. But again, some things you just don't do even as a joke. And from the looks of a lot of the way you guys are rocking those head wraps, your girlfriends may want to check your pants for their panties. They may want to check for their pantyhose and their underwear. And if you got man boobs, they may want to check their Victoria's Secret bra box because you may have taken those out too in protest. If you're going to protest them wearing your hoodies, what else of your girlfriends are you going to protest by putting on their lipstick and their makeup and their dresses and their skirts and their tampons? And it's all black men. You don't see white men wrapping their heads up. You don't see Latino men wrapping their heads up. You don't see Asian men wrapping their heads up with girls' clothing. This is all black men who have formed this unified group of bitch assness across Twitter to absolutely eviscerate, effeminate themselves because their girlfriends are wearing their hoodies. And I scrolled and I was like, let me get one white guy who's wrapping his head in a girl's wrap. Let me get one Latino guy. Let me get one Asian guy. And then that way I can say they ain't all black men. Sorry. You know, those guys got more sense than that. I remember a girlfriend of mine. You know, she's wanted, you know, like most girlfriends, they want something of yours, a piece of clothing or something. She wanted a shirt. And she wasn't getting I had this Adidas shirt. It's my favorite shirt. I still have it. Her damn cat peed on my shirt. I couldn't stand that cat. So I told her she wasn't getting that shirt. But anyway, she wanted one of my shirts. And I was like, well, you know, what do you want one of my button-ups for? You know, it's old button-up shirt. She says, well, I want something of yours to wear, you know, if it's got the cologne on it, you know, so I can smell you in the shirt. Okay, I can dig that. That's a girl thing. I can dig that. However, I did say, you know, I want something of yours to remember. Can I have a pair of your panties so I can wear those in remembrance of you? So I can have something that smells of you, you know. I mean, geez whiz, man, you know, I'll take a pair of your panties, you know, sniff them if you want, but you know, I'm not gonna wear them. So when I talk about stuff that I find, and I don't make this stuff up, I find it. I'm not trying to be outrageous. I'm not trying to make anybody look bad. You are doing a great job of that yourself, black man. I am simply bringing to your attention the fact that our men are so bitched out. If you spent more time opening a business, your woman would respect you better. If you spent more time owning a home or something like that, your woman would respect you a lot better. If you spent more time doing something manly that women like, then you get more respect. There's no way. There is no way. I know. I don't know if you remember that Dave Chappelle when he was on Oprah explaining how somebody in the movie business was trying to make him wear a dress. He was like, "No, I'm not going for that. You are not going to have me on record wearing a dress. I don't care how funny you think it is. It's not going to happen. I am a man, and there are certain things that a man does not do. I mean, and I do know for a comic effect, there are instances where, yeah, okay, it's just, just for, people being funny. So, Joanna Man and Some Like It Hot, Tony Curtis and Jack Nicholson, Flip Wilson and whatever, the name of the chick he was playing. Even The Rock is dressed up like a girl, Drunk Girls on Saturday Night Live. So yeah, so for comedy element's sake, even though Dave wasn't with it, yeah, I can see it from that perspective. But from this perspective, it ain't gonna happen. You guys are wearing those head wraps a little bit too good, a little bit too well to be heterosexual men. You may want to find a better way to protest your girlfriends or your wives taking your stuff. I mean, basically, it's not your stuff anyway. Once you get a girlfriend, once you get a wife, your stuff is her stuff. She's going to dig and ramble and go through your stuff anyway. So with me, it's my movies. I love movies. My DVD collection is immaculate. Don't stop my girlfriends from rummaging through my DVDs. Let me take this home. No, you're not going to do that. They take them anyway. So that's just part of being in a relationship. Women going to take your stuff. So just get used to it. You see this? I made this for the benefit of the real men out there. This is the KTM man card. Boobs, sports, video games, cars, girls, food, sex, porn. Those are the things that real men like. If you're a real man, you don't wear women's clothing. You don't wrap your head in women's wraps. Get your man cards out there and start acting like a real damn man. Because the bitching out of the black man is in full effect. This is KTM and the Wake Up Report saying, think a little bit. It will do wonders for you.